Hey guys, and welcome to the second episode of One Credit Reviews, where we're going to have a look at a game called Mega Blast from Taito. It was released in November 1989, at least in Japan. And of course, I'm also here with my down under buddy, Daz. Say hello, Daz.
Hello. Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm awake, so I'm pretty happy. I'm ready.
No.
I feel like looking at some shoot-'em-up action.
Oh, I wouldn't say there's much action in this one.
True. That is true.
There's a lot of shoot 'em. There's a lot of shoot 'em in there, but not much action.
Yeah, this is a bit of an interesting shoot-'em-up by Taito, and shall we say that it feels a bit rushed?
Feels very rushed and unfinished.
Yeah. It's not necessarily a bad shooter, but it does feel a bit lackluster. Let's just establish that already. And there's also a pretty bizarre backstory to the game. It's almost a bit like Duke Nukem. Did you read the backstory?
Not necessarily, no. Can you let me know what the backstory is?
Yeah, apparently there's aliens that have some sort of problem that their women's generative power is lost and they need Earth women to reproduce, basically. So we are the heroes Downson and Boogie, and we're supposed to stop them and get our chicks back. That sounds very much like Duke Nukem to me.
Nobody steals our chicks and lives.
What the hell?
Such a weird story. They seem to have spent more time on writing the story
than
actually developing the game.
Yeah. But the story seems like it has nothing to do with the game. It's quite strange.
Precisely. There are no women, as far as I know, in the game. And, there's also a woman called Cindy that we need to rescue. She's been abducted too. I don't know her relationship to us.
Well, I don't think she had much luck with us trying to rescue her, that's for sure.
Nope, complete failure. Maybe she's more happier with the aliens.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever saved her. On one credit, no. Anyway, that's for sure.
And apparently, this game, according to some sources at least, wasn't particularly successful.
No.
I think Taito recalled quite a few boards because it wasn't cutting it in the arcades. I don't think we are the only ones that feel that the gameplay is a little bit lackluster. So, according to one source, most boards were actually withdrawn.
Yeah, I can see why. I mean, funny enough, I did look on eBay to see if I could find any boards, and there was one there. Yeah, there was one. It was about $300-something Australian. There was no bids on it, so I'll be quite surprised if anyone actually buys it. But I was surprised to see that there. I was quite surprised.
It is entirely possible that these boards are quite rare if they withdrew them and maybe destroyed them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They would be quite rare, but rare doesn't always mean valuable.
No, precisely.
Maybe if I found this locally for $50, I might grab it. But it's not highly desirable. That's for sure. Yeah, like we've said before, this game does feel unfinished, and
it does.
I'm just writing here. This is on hardcoregaming101.net. That the game was actually meant to have 4 buttons.
Yeah,
played with use of 4 buttons, but there's only one.
There's supposed to be a prototype, but I don't know if that one is downloadable. The game gimmick is that you can shoot up, down, left, and right at the same time, as you can see on screen, because I'm showing the attract mode right now, I hope.
Yeah, so, but yeah, it's just, again, like I said, it just seems very lazy. I found this game to be a mix of Darius with Hellfire. Did you ever play Hellfire?
No.
Okay, it's a mixture of those two games I found. Hellfire is just so much better. That's a Taito playing game.
Oh yeah.
Great game. There's actually a Mega Drive port of that too, which is absolutely fantastic. It just seems like it's just a cheap version of that. I'm digressing here because I'm talking about another game, which is a lot better.
Yeah, we want to talk about other games because they are more interesting. But let's get back to Mega Blast, which isn't so mega, apparently.
I'd say the music is pretty mega. Like, the music is quite good.
The music is good, but it's also interesting to note that there's quite a few classical compositions there, Beethoven and Bach, I think, and that's usually a sign that the composer hasn't been given enough time to compose his or her own music. They basically use public domain compositions to get things done. But I do like the music. It's still very nice. Nicely arranged. And I think there are a couple of original tracks as well. So, and apparently the music is done by, let me just check my notes, Hidetoshi Fukumori. It wasn't entirely easy digging up this information, and this is pretty much the only thing I've been able to find about the devs. That and the sound composer is Yasuhisa Watanabe. So, other than that, I don't know what people were involved with this game at all.
Yeah, there's not much out there. There is not much out there at all, yeah.
You said it looked like another game, Superman, I think?
Oh, I found that, like, the colours and just even the music, just, it's not the same game. It does remind me of Superman by Taito as well. And I'm not saying the way it plays, just the graphic style and the music. And supposedly they don't use the same system, which was quite strange. I thought they would, but they don't. But yeah, I just see, maybe because it's Taito, it's just got that feel behind it.
This game runs on the Taito F2 system, which was released in '89 as well. So
Superman came out in 1988, so it was a year before.
Then it couldn't be running on the same system, all right. And by the way, before we carry on, I should also mention another detail that would indicate that this game is a bit rushed. When I was looking at the demo, the attract mode demo, I realized that, it's interesting, you can actually fly into backgrounds and fly into objects and actually even enemies. And I was like, what is going on here? And when I tried to do that on my first attempt, I tried to fly too close to a wall, I kind of blew up. So whoever plays the game in the attract demo mode is actually using invulnerability because they didn't even have time to record a proper demo. So have a look at the video that's playing right now, so you can actually see the attract mode here. So, but what is interesting about the game is on the later stages, we didn't get there, you do have other Taito enemies, like I think, is it the ghost from Bubble Bobble and some...
No, that's the dragons. It's Bubble Bob. It's one of them.
Okay. And we are going to have a look at the gameplay, but before we do that, I just want to show you the manual, which is another sign. Das found the manual, which is another sign that they were a bit pressed for time. Just check this out. It's basically almost handwritten, I think. And yeah, they must have been so pressed for time doing this game. It really is a shame because I think this could have gotten a lot more interesting with some more time.
Yeah. There's just no love.
No.
There's no love at all. There's no love at all. I think just the music. That's it.
Yeah.
The only love that went into this game is the music.
And again, it's not because of the devs lack talent. It's just definitely lack of time.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get into some gameplay. Okay, so this is my first attempt. Okay, I probably played it once before this. And, yeah. I found that just everything's just too big.
Yeah, I agree. The ship is
just
huge.
Massive. It's massive. So look at it. Look how I died straight away. That was just absolutely poor. It's like dumb mistakes. I mean, this game isn't terribly hard. I mean,
no,
you've got to know where they're all coming from.
Yeah, and get rid of them as quickly as you can.
These ships, those ships are the death of me all the time.
Yeah.
That let off those missiles.
They always get you if you don't know they're coming. And there's so little time, so little margin. It's really, I mean, most arcade games are about memorization, but this is almost a bit too much.
Yeah. But it's just so squashy. It's just so squashy. And look, I pick up all these things and nothing happens.
Yeah, I know. Something does happen, but it's so unclear what, and it doesn't look like anything is happening. So, but you do get upgrades, but it's so subtle, you have no idea. And some bullets can be shot, whereas others cannot, and it's just,
Yeah, and some bullets can be stopped with those drones.
Yeah, and others can't.
So
and we'll just go straight through.
Nothing's consistent here. Like there was an upgrade I got, like this big mega laser in the front. It's like, what's going on? How did I get that
as well? One time it shot upwards, and I couldn't control which way I got it. So I was like, oh yeah, it's great, it's shooting upwards, and there's nothing there, so it was completely useless.
Well, yeah, all right. So I got to the first boss. I was quite happy, even though I had no extra lives. Watch this. That's very Darius, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Boom, dead.
And you're fighting a pair of legs. That is a bit weird.
Yeah. So that was my first attempt.
But to be fair, so everyone knows, you do get to fight the rest of this boss later on, I think. So you get to fight the chest bar later on sometime, somewhere.
Okay, so this is my second attempt.
Yep.
I was quite happier this time. It's funny. I actually played this game for another probably 20 minutes after I stopped recording because I just wanted to beat it. Furthest I got was during recording, but I found playing this game difficult with a control pad. I actually had to set up my arcade stick on the PC for this. See how I just killed those spaceships? That was perfect.
If you just know where they're coming, it's so much easier. But yeah, I played with keyboard as well. It was hard, really hard to control.
You played with keyboard? Wow.
Yeah, I did. I was too lazy getting out my X-Arcade stick because I was pressed for time. So I was like, yeah, keyboard is going to be fine. No, it wasn't. It was bloody painful.
Yeah, like I said, it was even difficult with a pad for me. But look, I was kicking goals here. I was doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't died so far.
I was very happy. Yeah. Because I think with enough practice, I could pass this first level without losing a life.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. I managed to do that.
Okay, there's no way I'm going to lose a life now. And then that
these
again.
happen, yeah.
Yeah, see, like those ships, you can block their bullets with your drone. But once this boss, as soon as you know what you're doing with him, it's quite easy because you don't even have to kill him. You just
I think you need to hit him 3 times or twice maybe.
Yeah.
In the kneecap.
Yeah, I know. Well, look at how lazy is that?
It feels it's not nothing animated. It's just a little bit of a hole that opens up that's not even there to begin with. It's just strange.
I got shit. Yeah, I got shot. It's very Commodore 64. That reminds you of Turrican or something. It's like a Turrican boss. I think it was in Turrican 2. It reminds me of that. But nice play. Go to the next round, as it says.
Yes, and lovely forest area in Switzerland somewhere. Well, I don't know, but... How did you find the sensitivity of the controls, by the way? I found them to be a little bit... The ship was a little bit too sensitive.
Yeah, a little bit. Look, see the laser? How do I get that? Then I'm dead again. Okay, this was my one of my last attempts. I think this one... this is when I started getting the gist of it. So I wasn't... I'm not going to show all my attempts because we'll be here like all year. But I was quite happy with this one. Yeah, see that? Did you see that?
Yes. See that? Did you see that?
The laser. I hate that laser.
That's never happened to me. It's like, really? The hit detection's very questionable in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. At times, for sure, Z's.
Nah, it's just... I hate those ships. There you go. I dodged them.
Good work.
Because there was room, at least. That's why there was room. So this game does scream Darius, though.
It does. It could be maybe some of the same developers.
Has to be related to it. So yeah, it's just, I reckon it's just unused sprites from Darius and other games. So here we go. Yeah,
there's a lot of unused material. If you look at the cutting room floor site, they have a lot of material of unused sprites in this one. Yeah. It's clear that they didn't have time to realize all of their ideas. Oh, one kneecap defeated. Good work.
Thank you. So I shouldn't have lost a life on that level. That's insane. Okay, from memory now. Look, I've collected all those same power-ups. Actually, I missed that one. How come I didn't get that nice big laser? Yeah,
why don't they do it? And you can see the power-up is still up there. That's also another glitch in the game, that sometimes you get power-ups that are outside of the screen. It's weird.
Oh, these there bastards.
Oh, yeah, you need to get past them, otherwise you're cooked there.
So that power-up was a little green one. Did it do anything? I have no idea.
No clue. There's no power levels.
It didn't even give me points.
Nothing. No, I mean... Yeah, exactly. It's just a mystery.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good place to be. You didn't get hit there. That's...
Son of a bitch.
I know.
They make me so furious.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's insane.
You don't get them.
Weak point. Central part.
Yeah, I kind of like this boss, even though I didn't get past it. It kicked my butt in its final phase. But I kind of liked it. It was a kind of cool idea.
Yeah, it's difficult though. Yeah,
it is pretty tricky, especially the last phase. But I think if you've got power-ups, you can kill it really quickly.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. I thought I got further than that.
So here's my first attempt, and I was a little bit confused by the attract mode demo because I thought you could fly into things. You can't. You really can't.
It's funny.
They do that in the. I think I restarted because like, what the fuck?
So you got that angry, you restarted.
Rage restart.
Oh,
Getting the pickups, doing nothing. I can't even, watching the playback here. I can't see anything happening to my laser thingies when I pick up the pickups or the power-ups.
They do get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but it's really quite subtle. You don't really
get like fatter, but it's really hard to he dodged them.
I did manage to do that. Little bit of luck involved there, I think.
Yeah,
because I failed, and I got lasered there.
Same one.
Wasn't prepared at all for that for some reason.
So really, this is your first go, really?
Yeah, it is my first. Well, technically my second because I restarted. I rage restarted.
Yeah. No. This first stage is just it's not fun.
It's just a little bit. I like last time.
There's enough there to keep you occupied, but yeah.
And then it just gets trivial when you know what to do, and then it's like, then it's still not fun. So
then it's not fun. Yeah.
But again, it's not a terrible game. See, there I got a missile. It's not bad as such, but it's just not enough interesting either. I mean, maybe it gets better. I would love to fight the other Taito sprites, so I might play this again just to see them, because I think with continuous this is probably going to be decently easy, and I think the kneecaps is going to smash my face here, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember fighting him for like the first couple of times, like, hey, you beat this guy, it's going to be too hard. But once you get to know what you're doing, it's very easy. Yeah,
you basically move in a circular pattern and then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just you shouldn't be too close. Again, as you said, there's so little space to move here. So here's my third attempt, I believe. Can't quite remember what happens here, but I'm pretty sure I screw up somewhere where I shouldn't. But as you can see, I'm starting to learn the patterns here, and as long as you murder all the enemies immediately, this is really trivial. Mm-hmm. But again, sometimes...
It feels good when you get them all in a row. It's very satisfying. But yeah, here's this part. See, why are your bullets more powerful now than they were before?
Yeah, I'm not sure. And why are there different weapons sometimes, but not always?
Yeah.
There's no way to see the build-up if there is one, or if it's just random.
Yeah. It's not, it just doesn't feel consistent.
Do you think this game would have been more fun if you had like a four-way, like a twin-stick shooter mechanic? So you had another control to decide which direction you're firing? I'm not sure it would be. Might make it worse.
I don't think so, no. I think it'll make it more frustrating, to be honest. But like I said before, that the hit detection's so questionable, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is at times.
It's very unfair. Here we go. Oh yeah, cleaned you up.
Butcher there again. And I knew what was going to happen, yet I didn't move fast enough. And I don't know why. I have no excuse for that. Oh, my head hangs in shame.
All right, here you go. Here comes the shins, the legs.
This time, Dr. Kneecap is going to get it. I don't think he's going to hurt me this time. I'm very certain I've learned how to deal with this guy now, or the kneecap. So it's 3 times and then you're done, I think. Yeah, it's surprisingly easy when you know how to do that circular thing. Circular dodge.
Nice play.
Pretty decent. I still lost a bloody life, though.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's like it doesn't let you pass it without losing at least one. This stage reminds me of there's another game on the Mega Drive called Biohazard Battle. That part reminds me of this.
All right, I don't think I played that one.
How you go up into the sky. Very good game. Very, very good game.
Might check it out.
Nice.
And these guys, I hate them so flippin' much, but you need to kind of go in a circular motion there too, so...
Yeah. Oh, these again.
Okay, yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Hammered there again.
Oof. Look at that. He dodged it.
Yeah. But I got one lousy life left. And as you know, we're not allowed to use continues. That's the entire point of this.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Will you pass this boss?
well, I know the answer to it, but I'm not going to reveal it.
Yeah.
And again, I do like this boss.
Oh, you ran into that.
Yeah, I have not learned the patterns at all. I don't know why. I just did not get that into my thick skull.
Doesn't help that you're using a keyboard too, though. I'm quite impressed. To be honest.
Well, thank you. Makes me feel a bit better about myself.
Well, you are. Yeah. Well, you were brought up with the. Oh, look, you were so close.
I know, it's the final phase, right? But this is my 5th attempt. I made 6 attempts, and yeah, I think things went pretty. No, it didn't. I was going to say it went decently well. It didn't. I got murdered within the first 15 seconds. I don't know why that. It's just the game just messes with you somehow. I'm not sure what it does. It's some sort of Mega Blast mind trick, right?
It is. It's just like I can't. It's funny. Like I don't think it's a bad game, but it's not a good game.
And also the barren landscape. I just look at the background. There's like, there's nothing going on, and the foreground is just the same sprite repeated a ton of times.
Yeah,
really so rushed. Okay, I'm going to do well here. This gets pretty trivial right now, so yeah. Bye-bye, Mr. Kneecap.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure it was Turrican 2 that uses that kind of boss. It just reminds me of that boss.
I didn't get very far in that one, I think, on my back in the day, really, so I don't remember any kneecaps in that one, but I'm sure you're right.
And that was a whole robot flying with a booster or something.
Oh, so you had the entire robot on the screen at the same time?
Yeah, the whole thing, yeah. And that was a Commodore 64 game.
Mind-boggling. Again, taking the piss. I know. You do get to fight the robot later on, so yeah, it's there. Yeah. The sprite is there, but it feels a bit lazy just fighting its feet or its legs.
You still got 2 lives, man.
I do. I think I start to feel a bit optimistic right about here, and then something like this happened where I realize I can't be on the bottom left-hand side when they show up, and I'm cooked. So now I've got one
you're getting a bit cocky here, I think, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I was getting a bit too optimistic. I think that's what the game does to you. It's like, oh yeah, I've got it. No, you don't.
Okay, can he beat this? Come on, you got an extra life here, man.
And I just do that. That is incredible. That is, I don't know, I get so, I need to shoot this thing quickly, and then I was like, no, that's a bad idea. Don't do that, you idiot. You idiot.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Oh, look how so close. So close.
Oh, no. And then I die the same way. Oh, man.
That first death was hilarious.
It was. I know.
You just stop for a second. I'm just going to have a rest.
So let's have a look at some of the technical aspects of the game. As you can see on screen here, it runs on the, as I said before, the Taito F2 system, which was released in 89 as well, just the same time as the game was released. And the graphical resolution is 320 by 224 pixels at precisely 60 Hz for one, so hopefully this is going to capture quite well. And I think it's a reasonably powerful system, this F2 system, but I don't know any other games that's been made for it, but I can hopefully show you that maybe on screen as well right now. And controls-wise, it's an 8-way joystick and 1 fire button.
Yeah, you'd think at least there would be a smart bomb in there. Something.
Yeah, I was looking for, it's got to be another button doing something at least, firing the weapons in a different pattern or something, but nope. Just 1 fire button. So at least this will convert very well to the home systems. But there is actually only one conversion of this game, and that's for the PlayStation 2. I think Taito Memories 2 Gekkan, so that's strictly a Japanese release. So I assume it's a pretty accurate conversion, so I'm not even going to capture any footage from it. But yeah, that's the only home conversion that I know of anyway. And it's not entirely surprising that they didn't make any more. Yeah, and one cool aspect of the game is, of course, that you get to fight some other Taito sprites, and I don't remember exactly which one, apart from the Arkanoid.
Yeah, there was Bubble Bob in silver. Also the Arkanoid, the Easter Island head.
Yeah,
it's in there as well. Which I know I fought. I fought, but I didn't record it.
You had to use a continue there. maybe.
Yeah. I probably did later. Okay, now that we've spoken about those bosses, let's give it a rating. How many cogs do you give this out of 5?
It's a bit of a tough one. I would say a weak 3. I wouldn't say 2, but a weak 3 I think it would be for me. But it's close to 2.
I'm giving it a 2, not a 1. I'll give it a 2. I was thinking about giving it a 1, but it is still kind of playable. And there is 8 levels, which is generous.
Yeah, that is kind of strange, where they managed to make so many levels and yet just failed to fill them with anything.
Yeah. Like, I found, they might be shorter than others because the second level is quite short. I found
it is,
compared to the first. So, but yeah, you get 8 levels, and look, I'm giving it 2 more or less because the music is really cool.
It's probably the correct decision. I'm being a little bit too nice, but there are moments of fun to be had in this, and I think I would have even liked it more if I could get to the bosses, which are the Taito sprites, the reused ones. So I would have enjoyed that.
So I'll get to pick the next game then. So it's be my turn.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, we always try to look for something a little bit obscure. We're not going to be playing, picking, Final Fight or anything like that. Something that everyone knows. So I guess that's what I like about doing this with you, is that we can look into just games that no one really knows about. Games that we could. Like, I never knew about Mega Blast. So,
yeah, same here. It was just a game I stumbled across online. I don't even remember how and why, but I felt it could be a good thing to look at. And I was a little bit hesitant. We had 2 others that were a little bit more mainstream, but it's something interesting about this one.
Well, I've already got one in mind. So, it's tough.
I don't expect anything less from you. It's going to be a pain in the butt. And you've been playing it for 15 years, and I'm going to look bad as usual.
Well, this game I discovered probably less than a year ago, and I absolutely love it. And but anyway, I'm not.
How much have you played
anymore?
Tell me, how much have you played it?
Oh, I've played it a lot. I haven't played it in a long time, but when I discovered it, I even got other people, especially on Twitter, into it.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's another Taito game, actually.
So, guys, thanks for watching and listening to our ramblings, and hope to catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.